morning again, everybody. My name is Maria Tapa Lopez, and I'm the United States Attorney here in the Middle District of Florida. We are very excited here this morning to welcome Attorney General William Barr. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Assistant to the President and Senior Counselor Kellyanne Conway. To the President and Director of the Domestic Policy Council, Mr. Joe Grogan. Welcome to all of you, as well as our distinguished guests here in the audience, fellow U.S. attorneys from around the country, and all of you, our special guests here today. Welcome to beautiful Sun City Center here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. Together with my fellow U.S. attorneys from the Northern District of Florida, as well as the Southern District of Florida, and our law enforcement community partners who have joined us here this morning, we're gathered to discuss one of the Department of Justice's top priorities, and that's keeping all of you, all of our seniors, all of our senior community safe. Today you will hear from an array of esteemed speakers about our various efforts in the Department of Justice to keep our seniors safe. Moreover, you'll learn how you can become a critical partner in helping us keep you safe. We would not be here today without the assistance and hospitality of some very special people that I would like to thank before we continue the program. I would like to thank the Sun City Center Community Association. With a very special thanks to Lynn Wright. Thank you so much for all the work you've been doing this morning. To Sam Sutton, the Sun City Center Men's Club, and the entire staff here at Sun City Center Community Hall. Thank you. I'd also like to thank Deputy Jeff Mary and the entire Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office who were here early this morning, when I arrived early this morning, making sure that the hall was safe and that it was secure. So thank you so much for that. Now I would like to introduce Mr. Joe Grogan. Mr. Grogan currently, as I mentioned earlier, serves as Assistant to the President and as Director of the Domestic Policy Council, where he heads up the administration's domestic policy agenda. Previously, he served as Associate Director for Health Programs at the Office of Management and Budget, managing the allocation and budgeting of more than $1 trillion in federal spending. In the private sector, he worked in management at leading biotechnology firms such as Gilead Sciences and Amgen. During the administration of President George W. Bush, he served as both a civil servant and in policy-making roles for more than 7 years. He served as Executive Director of the Presidential Advisory Council on HIV and AIDS, Senior Advisor to the FDA Commissioner, and Special Assistant to the Administration for Children and Families. He is a graduate of William and Mary School of Law and the University of Albany. Please welcome Mr. Joe Grogan.
Thank you, Maria, and thank you all for coming. It's my pleasure to share the stage with the Attorney General and Kellyanne Conway and to work on issues for this president that cross-cut various federal agencies. Elder fraud, elder abuse, making sure that our seniors are taken care of in quality healthcare facilities is a priority for the Department of Health and Human Services, and it's a priority for this president. I have the opportunity to sit down with the president just about every day. I'll see him this afternoon, and to talk to him about various issues that he wants to address or that we want to help solve. I can tell you that he is always focused on fixing problems that other administrations have ignored and standing up for people that can't fight for themselves. He's constantly bringing us problems and telling us to stand up for people who are being taken advantage of or who are vulnerable. He's not reacting to polls or the latest fad or what the latest news story is. And he wants us to fight for America's seniors because far too often America's seniors are taken advantage of and nobody's standing up for them. It's one of the reasons why this initiative has been so much, frankly, so gratifying to work on, because he's so focused on it and never lets us stop and doesn't want anything to get in our way. The Department of Health and Human Services and the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services have been focusing on protecting the vulnerable by ensuring that Medicare is solvent, by keeping waste, fraud, and abuse out of the system. Other administrations come up with ways to save money in Medicare by bringing forth proposals for seniors to sacrifice, for seniors to pay more. This administration is saying no. There is plenty of waste, fraud, and abuse in the system, and we should be focusing on quality care for our nation's seniors. We should be focusing on making sure that our dollars are devoted in the best way possible for quality care for our seniors. It's been our primary focus from the beginning. In his budgets that he sent forth to Congress, you will not see cuts for seniors anywhere in there. No proposals for increased cost sharing, proposals for reduced payments to companies, to providers in various aspects that are not providing quality care. That's where all the funding comes from. All the funding cuts come from. When quality is not provided, people shouldn't get paid for substandard care. As part of that initiative, the SEMA Verma at CMS launched an icon to increase transparency on websites to make sure that seniors who are looking at senior living facilities and nursing homes can identify institutions that may be at risk for elder abuse or fraud. Every month, CMS updates their database and puts on their web a listing of institutions that they've inspected and those that they have identified that may be putting seniors at risk of fraud or abuse. It doesn't hang out there for 6 months or 4 months or a year and not get revisited. Every month, this website is updated so that seniors and their family members can help shop for the best facilities for them. I want to make sure that people understand in this focus on quality care how much the President, the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Alex Azar, and Administrator SEMA Verma spend on this issue. It is always top of mind when they're confronting policy issues. It is our #1 healthcare agenda item, is to make sure that money is not wasted and everything we spend money on is devoted to quality. It's a pleasure for me to work on this issue, as I said, with the Attorney General and Kellyanne Conway. Kellyanne Conway has become one of my best friends in the White House because she never loses energy. And whenever I have to go and seek help from somebody on an issue, she's willing to roll up her sleeves and help. She is out there on TV all the time defending this president and our agenda. She always gives good advice. She's a great person to work with, and it's a pleasure for me to be on the stage with her, let alone to introduce her. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Joe Grogan. Hello, Sun City. Thank you for being here today. I also would like to acknowledge and thank Attorney General Bill Barr for being with us today. Maria, thank you so much for that lovely introduction of all of us. And to all the law enforcement and first responders with us today, veterans especially, a special shout out to each and every one of you. But we're here to give you specifics. This is very simple. This is about protecting our seniors from pernicious, predatory behavior, both financial, physical, and often emotional. And we're also here to punish those who are doing the preying on our seniors. We have had President Trump and his entire administration is committed to protecting elders from the criminal enterprises that increasingly are on the dark web, the open web, and also overseas, hiding beneath many layers, online and offline. They're difficult to detect and difficult to bring to justice, but that will not stop us from seeking justice and compensation to make sure our seniors are not victims any longer to these type of criminal enterprises. one phone call away from having their entire life savings wiped out. And sometimes these calls take the nature of inviting you to invest money or to claim a big lottery prize, and other times they are specifically meant to harm and frighten you. You must send me this amount of money now to pay these taxes or pay this bill, or else, and then there's usually a threat at the other end of the phone. This has totaled about $1.8 billion in losses and has affected over, millions and millions of seniors nationwide, including here in Florida and Sun City, just since 2018 alone. So what have we done and what would we like to do about it? One thing that passed in 2018 is called the Senior Safe Act. And that went a pretty good way. It's a bipartisan initiative. It went a pretty good way to incentivizing financial institutions to help us, to ferret out the fraud ahead of time or as it's happening. So if there are large withdrawals occurring, unusual or irregular financial activity in a senior's account, these financial institutions now have both protection from prosecution and civil action, and also an incentive to help to report this to the FBI and to other local and federal law enforcement agencies. We're trying to fix that through new legislation. And again, this is a nonpartisan issue starving for bipartisan solutions. And so the new fix would basically enhance penalties and put a 10-year penalty, up to 10 additional years, for any telemarketing or email scams that target anybody over the age of 55. Now, respectfully, I'm 53, so when I read that, I said, oh, I thought this was for the elders, but okay. Maybe this is for the seniors and what I would call the junior seniors who aspire to be seniors. We realized that the original legislation did not adequately address big schemes, far-reaching schemes like the Jamaican lottery system and impersonation fraud schemes, which are often increasingly some of the most lucrative. We are always trying to stay a couple steps ahead of these very innovative, very punishing and unforgiving, pretty creative, and pretty ruthless and craven, brazen criminal enterprises. In addition, my colleague Joe Grogan mentioned the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. So my message is to remind each of us that President Trump has said he will not touch Medicare and Medicaid, and my message to people who are in assisted living, in nursing homes, in banking, we're not touching Medicaid and Medicare for seniors, and you're not touching the seniors anymore. That is my message to them. Hands off the seniors. So just a few months ago, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services launched a successful anti-fraud initiative and technology. And the 25, I'm sure that'll make you a superstar tonight, but I'm here for the seniors. It's easy to be loud. It's much more difficult to do something about it. I don't have to do something about it. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services announced the top 25 participants selected to advance a stage 1 of the Artificial Intelligence Health Outcomes Challenge. And this directly talks about what we're doing here to keep patients healthy, including our great seniors. This engages with innovators from all sectors, and I think it's such an important initiative for another reason. We, the federal government, don't expect and don't want to do this alone. We are calling on the private sector, obviously financial institutions, but other private sector actors who wish to help, in addition to our law enforcement and our community-based actors. We really feel like those closest to the people in need know best how to administer to those needs. And one thing I would ask each and every one of you to do today is to become an ambassador for these messages and for these initiatives. Because if people see you, they're going to say, hey, I like you, and you're like me. We have a connective tissue. You also are a senior living in this part of Florida, or you know someone who's been a victim of these fraudulent, pernicious, predatory schemes, and now you have information to help them become whole. Also, I'm happy to tell you that in our latest budget, the President's latest budget, there's $7.2 million additional dollars in funding to help support a transnational elder justice strike force. And we are going to be having, either at the White House or out on the road with the President, hopefully the Attorney General will be there as well, I know he will be, an elder justice summit, either out in the country somewhere or certainly at the White House, so that we can bring to bear additional action. Yes. We're increasing penalties for those who illegally smuggle large sums of cash, including money fraudulently obtained from the seniors. We're making it easier to freeze the assets of those offending bank accounts. And also those who are concealing the laundering of elders' money. And also we're working increasingly with those in the know to help make our seniors whole. Sometimes the restitution and making you whole, restoring you to where you were, takes longer than you would wish. But this is something that's very important to us. You deserve the financial and physical security and safety and the dignity of knowing that your assets are indeed your assets.